So yeah, you can see here, all of this country that's light brown was in essence underwater. It's about half a hectare. And then there's another probably 2 hectares all up in this whole area that was like that, putting on water for nothing.
Yeah, for nothing.
Yeah.
James Clyne's demonstration site is an undulating paddock with no natural drainage. Even under centre pivot irrigation, it still had large areas that were completely underwater. The Sustainable Irrigation Program grant supported the installation of a variable rate irrigation system on the pivot, allowing him to fully irrigate some areas while applying much less water to the boggy areas.
My name's James Clyne, 5th generation dairy farmer in the McAllister Irrigation District in Newry. The paddock that we put the variable rate irrigation on was originally a dryland paddock that we put a pivot on. The paddock has a lot of undulations in it. It's an old creek, and to laser grade that wouldn't have been cost effective. Then when we used the pivot at full rate, it was causing puddling and pooling in the areas with poor drainage, and that was accounting for at least 10% of the area we were irrigating was having issues. And that was leading to mastitis issues, couldn't graze it during daytime period in hot times, and was impacting cow flow as well. We'd be lucky to get 7 tonnes to the hectare off that sort of country, maybe even less, with everything else getting about 13. Variable rate irrigation is controlling each sprinkler in the system through GPS and mapping. Each sprinkler then can determine how much water it's going to put on for a zone, and then we can influence how much water from 0 to full rate. So this is the prescription that was generated by Precision Ag with the EM38 survey uploaded into the VRI box. Each zone that you click on, each one has a different rate, and if you wanted to, you could change it. You can change the application rate here or on your phone. They gave a prescription for each zone, how much they thought should be applied based on the drainage, topography and the EM38 survey. So now with VRI, it's been effective at ameliorating those wet boggy areas. There's areas that were just inundated with water and now they are dry and have some sort of feed on them. So those areas, when they do get wet, even from rainfall, they are drying out and the cows aren't wallowing in them, they're grazing them just like everything else. Productivity's definitely increased, not just from the area that's inundated. We've noticed an increase in efficiency of water use by 20%. I feel comfortable putting the cows in these paddocks at any time, knowing that they're not going to be lame or mastitic from being in those wet, puggy areas. Something that's really important to me is leaving a working farm that's sustainable for my children and their children. So I'm always cognizant of the impacts that my practices have on the land over time. And so we've always been looking at how we can improve our practices. We're working to be more sustainable, more environmentally friendly, and having a variable rate system on with better efficiency just adds up. So I would recommend this technology to anyone with a pivot. There's always areas that are getting overwatered or underwatered or any number of things, and this technology just instantly helps with that. So it's for everyone, and I've put it on 4 out of my 5 pivots and I've got 1 more to go next year.